All right, 8:25. So I wonder if it sends out an announcement. Looks like I'm live and streaming, so welcome everybody. Thanks for stopping by the channel and hanging out for a few. This is an impromptu live stream, an unexpected live stream. I decided to do it maybe about 20 minutes ago. I made the decision. I said, all right, let's do a live stream real quick. So I'm here today to announce that the drone construction progression project course that I've been building for Udemy is complete and it's finally available. So earlier in the week we did a live stream and I thought it'd be going live right at the start of the week. I'd submitted over a week ago to Udemy, but they've got a message now at the top of the Udemy website saying that approvals are taking longer because more people are uploading classes to Udemy. And also, they're getting a higher volume of support calls and things because so many people are taking online courses right now due to the global medical crisis. So by the way, I say global medical crisis and other things because I don't want to get demonetized. So YouTube, if you use the actual name of the issue, they demonetize things. So, that's why I'm saying global medical crisis and things. But so yeah, Udemy has been getting heavily hit with people taking classes and creating classes. So that's why there was a bit of a delay. It was over 7 days. Normally it takes them 2 days. And actually, normally with the classes that I've uploaded with Udemy in the past, it's like under 24 hours and shocks and surprises me when they release the class early. So today we're just announcing that the class is live. Down in the show notes below, there is a link and a discount coupon code. Now, I know that right now Udemy is still running their little special a little bit longer, and Udemy gets to drop prices even more. So I was looking online and a lot of the classes are $9.99 today. I have put up a discount coupon. It's $12.99. That was the lowest I can go. That's the lowest Udemy will allow me to go. So if you want to see more of the revenue, go to my channel and support the channel. Use my link. If you want to just get it as cheap as possible, you can use Udemy's current ongoing sale that's happening. So it's up to you, and my feelings won't be hurt either way, but I sure do like seeing a little more of it come back to this channel because I'd like to use some of the class income and things for better lighting, audio, and those things as we continue building the channel. So I wanted to pop back over here. So I want to say, if you're checking out the class and reading through the class, the one thing that I want to make certain to tell you is that there's going to be 2 more lectures coming up added to that class. So when you sign up to it, you'll get access to those as well. Those 2 additional lectures are coming because the project's not done. So the project's gotten pushed out a little bit. And if you see me looking over here, I see we've got a couple of viewers on. So good morning and welcome everybody. And so I look over here occasionally to see what's happening, if there's something in the chat or any questions. But so yeah, I'm going to be doing 2 more lectures that are going to be tacked onto the class at the end of it because we have 2 additional flights. I'm going to be doing 1 more flight in May for the clients, and then we're going to do kind of a cinematic flight through showing the finalized project, which is going to be great marketing material for the clients since, they're a large contract group, and showing how their work progressed over time. That's going to be a great sales point for them. So that's going to be the last video that we'll be doing for them. So you'll have to look forward to that, in the future, added to the class. And on Monday, I had shown some viewers who had popped through the live stream and checked out the recorded live stream afterward. I had showed you some of what I'm finishing up on. It's a general concept for me of how I want to do the last flight and show more changes in the property over time. So let's go ahead and take another look at this. And hey again, everybody, once again, thanks for stopping by this morning. So, and thanks for the likes, I appreciate them. So yeah, we're gonna look over on this screen real quick and I'm just gonna hit the play button and open this up. So if you saw the last live stream, you saw this exact video, but this is a nice, pretty seamless time lapse for this first flight. So The older stuff where the buildings aren't completed yet was all the way back in July. And the new stuff, including the swimming pool and things, that's just taken place recently. So the property is open and they're leasing. They're still finishing out landscaping, which is why I'm going to be doing another flight for them, because I want all the material from July till when they officially say their part of the project is complete. So who I was working for are the folks who are doing the building, so the main contractors, and that's who contracted me to do this particular job. So it's all about showing off their progress, their work, their expertise. And I think that in the end, when we do the final cinematic fly through for them, that this is probably going to be a great video presentation for future customers who want to utilize their contracting services to get these job sites done. So there's the nice fades back and forth between last July and then April. So we'll be doing the May flight next week. And I've got another flight this weekend too. So it's actually a little busy here and no complaints. I'll take it because I know a lot of people are really struggling right now. So I'm grateful for all the additional contacts that I've been getting. And what you're seeing here right now, these are still photos that I included in the video. So we just made them a couple seconds each and they fade into each other. So the early construction was July, and then the later part of that was the recent stuff from April. So you can see those nice fade-ins, and we do talk about that in the class, and you're going to be seeing this video in the class too once the final version of it's up. So I'm really excited, and I'm really excited about this class. Hey, all right. Thanks, Rob. Just one little thing up here. So I tried putting the chat channel on the OBS, the Open Broadcasting System, and it covered too many things. So that's part of why I look over to the right and you don't see the little chat window going by. I'm still learning OBS, so give me a little more time. We'll get there. And then we're also seeing just some more of the flight through. So I'm still picking through all of the video from last July through to last week and picking what the best things are going to be for the final video compilation for my clients. And like I said, you'll see that added on to the class. You'll probably just see it on the general YouTube channel as well, because I'm pretty excited about the final results of this project. Speaking of that, when I am done, I'm going to go ahead and hit the escape key here. So by the way, the window that you're looking at is Final Cut Pro. For those of you who haven't used it, that's what I use for my editing. The other big one out there is Adobe Premiere. So for this weekend, I actually have to drive out and check out another site for another potential project that might end up here on YouTube again. It sounds like the strangest site I've ever done. So we're working on the ranch project. We've done multiple construction projects, and this is a unique construction project that's kind of way on the outskirts of the Prescott area. It's going to be a very sizable place. When it was described to me, my first thought was, this sounds like some kind of amazing compound. We're talking greenhouses and a home. And looking in the area, checking out the initial Google Maps yesterday after I was contacted, I can see where the build site's going to be. And it could be one of my most unique sites yet. So stay tuned to the YouTube channel and I'll tell you if we get that contract. I already had the first question that gets asked every single time, and you probably get asked it too as a drone operator. So what's the price going to be? And, I've got a good comeback, at least with this one. I'll be talking to that contractor and saying, well, what's the price of this build out? And the bottom line is price is determined by multiple things. It's not just a pick a number out of a hat. If you're building a home and you decide, hey, let's go with the cheap bathtubs and the cheap kitchen counters and those things, then it's a cheaper project. If you're going with the higher end quality materials, then it's a more expensive project. So I will be talking to the general contractor for this potential job about what they want to do, how many flights a week or how many flights a month. It sounds like this is going to be a fast moving project, so I'm leaning toward how many flights per week. I'm thinking at least once a week from what was described to me. So we'll see. If we get that job, I'll let you know. But like I said, I need to drive out to the job site first, and that's something I cover in the new class, is that you really need to physically assess the location. And so I'm going to be going to do that shortly, and then I can write up my proposal for that client. Once again, as I was saying before, the new class is launched. In the show notes below is a link to Udemy for that class. And like I said, it's a $12.99 discount coupon, but Udemy is also running a special right now for $9.99. So, it's up to you which way you go. If you use my coupon, I get to see more revenue, which always makes me smile. Also, I'm super excited about this class. I really think this will be helpful in answering a lot of the questions that I get on YouTube and on Patreon and in private phone calls and in private emails. So I really hope everybody enjoys this and it's useful to you. So there's all my excitement if you can't tell. And by the way, so I've got the just got out of the shower look. My hair has been crazy on screen here lately. I know. I haven't been to the barber in months. Still doing that social distancing thing. And we'll continue doing that. So right now I'm over on the Udemy page, just so you can see what the page looks like. And it says it's actually over 3 hours. And I did include 2 bonus videos in there from my Litchi class. For those of you who haven't taken the Litchi class, to give you an idea, that's how you set that up. We didn't do a lot of flight setup or app usage. We didn't, this particular class isn't a training class on certain apps, because you can use a lot of different tools to get the same kind of results that I did. But I did include 2 bonus lectures because I thought it was important enough for people to get a concrete feel of how you could lay out one of these sites. So when the last 2 videos come in, this is probably going to be more toward the 3.5 to almost 4 hours. I hope you don't, there's no padding in there. I know I repeat things regularly in some of my tutorials. That's just my lecturing style, because those are the things that I really want you to know about. So the course content, I'm just going over to the right-hand side. So we've got an introduction to the course and one downloadable resource. And then in section 2, we talk about how I got the job. And, in some future time, I'll tell you about this new project too, because it was another interesting call and an interesting way that they got in touch with me. A friend of a friend of a friend gave me a referral. So then we talk a little more about client outreach and some of the methods that you might choose to use for client outreach, because it's very important to find those customers. Are you sending out mailers? Are you depending on your website? Are you using LinkedIn? Are you using Google's pay-per-click? All of these things could be useful to you. We have our own way. It's almost 100% through our website is how we're finding our clients. And then third section is setting up the flight for capture. And so there are several lectures in here. We're going to talk about investigating the site, which is incredibly important. Some of the flight apps that were used for this particular class. Once again, you can use other flight apps. We're going to talk about the time-lapse video and the still flights and how we get consistent footage, reusable footage. And then the 2 bonuses were the Litchi setups. And let's go ahead and close that one. And then we talk about offloading and processing your data. It's not just about the flight. There's a lot of stuff that goes on the back end. So offloading the data, creating an ortho for these folks, building a video time-lapse, a time-lapse video series that takes place over a couple of months so you can actually see the practical application. And then one other item, time-lapse images, because they wanted still photos as well. And then finally, providing the deliverables. So we talk about the deliverables going to your clients and different ways that you can get the work in front of your clients. I keep looking over here. Hey, thanks, Matt. I appreciate that. And yeah, I promise we do put a lot of work into this. I actually drive myself crazy with these videos. By the time I'm done editing and things, I'm so sick of my own voice. I make Jody come in sometimes and review some of this stuff for me, because I can't listen to it anymore. So, and I got there yesterday working on another customer tutorial series. So I was working on 2 videos yesterday for them. So I'm happy the delays are finally done. Like I said, if you just joined in here, I just wanted to say Udemy is hopping. So I'm not promoting Udemy because there's Teachable and all these other ones as well. But just the class messages and the things that I've been seeing as an instructor, a lot of people have taken this opportunity during this medical crisis to go out and learn some new things for their businesses or just for fun. Like I said in an earlier live stream earlier in the week, um, I've been taking several new classes. I actually purchased Nathan Kuhl's one of his books on some interior lighting for photographers, which I highly recommend, and I highly recommend his channel if you're looking to do interior real estate photography work. Him and Rich Baum, I've been watching a lot of their stuff this week. So I've been making my own content. I've been checking out other people's content. And you got to make the best out of a bad situation, right? So it's really cool to see that other people are out there um, doing continuing education. And it's really cool that we can have a studio in a small room and be able to produce these kinds of things. So if you haven't done it, if you haven't made your own YouTube videos or anything yet, give it a try sometime. It's given me a great appreciation for some of those really high-end YouTubers, the kind of production quality they do. And, just doing the videos that I do takes hours and hours and hours. I can only imagine the production time that some of these guys put into it. It's incredible. So there you go. All right, so I just wanted to let everyone know, hey, the class is finally launched. We finally got the link up to it. My apologies for the delay and an interesting reason for the delay. So I'm glad to know that a lot of people are out there, gaining new skills, polishing up old skills, whatever it is. It's really cool, and I'm glad to see that we're all making the best out of that bad situation. So, all right, I don't even know how my hair is drying right now. God, I need a barber, the social distancing barber. So I'm going to go pack some things up. I'm going to bring one drone with me today to go check out this new job site. I actually have to go top off the gas because it's that far out of town. So this could be a really interesting one. So drive time is going to be a factor. The terrain is going to be a major factor, just looking at the Google Maps. But the Google Maps aren't telling me everything, right? I've covered that here before. So I need to go see it in person. And this general contractor that I'm talking to now is in a hurry because apparently next week they're going to be pouring concrete. So we need to get something hammered out. And like I said, he already wants to know what the price is. And so I've nicely said, let me check out the site first because I need to know about obstacles. I need to know about flight paths. I already know that I'm good for airspace, so that's perfectly fine. No airspace worries whatsoever. And the bigger thing is getting in and out of the job site and where we're going to be dealing with new construction. So I'm going to need to take a look at some blueprints as well because this is such I'm still going with large compound is the only way I can describe it so far. But once I see the final plans, maybe I'll have a better description for it. All right, with all that said, thanks for stopping by the live stream today. As always, next Monday, there will be a real live stream. I'm probably on Monday going to talk about this new site, maybe throw up a couple of still pictures because I bring a regular camera with me to these sites as well, just to document things for myself so that when I come back here and start thinking about what we're going to be doing for the client and, what they need, I have some reference material for myself. So I am getting older. So with that in mind, I always take notes and I always take extra pictures because you can do that. I mean, we've got our iPhones with us, so we can take a couple of shots right there on the job site. And when we get back to the office, we can go, oh yeah, that's right. They're going to have this thing here. Because one of the other strange things they were describing is there's going to be a massive greenhouse on this property. So I really want to see this. I really want to get this job as well, because this just sounds like a cool flight project. So cross your fingers for me. Like I said, today is just the site visit. The person I'm going to be talking to is not back till next week because they've got to go down to southern Arizona. So I have a little bit of time to stew on this and really put my best foot forward because I want this job, because I want to show off another cool build site and what azdrone.net can do for our customers. So cross your fingers that it's going to be easier than I think it's going to be. All right, everyone, have an awesome weekend. We'll see you back here on channel on Monday. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them here and I will get back to you. I have 3 people who I owe answers to right now from a couple of recent YouTube comments. You'll be getting your answers, I promise. All right, everyone. Once again, have a great weekend. We'll see you again really soon in the stream.